When you start a business, when you start making content, when you start anything, you're going to notice a life reality, let's call it. It's a sad one. It's a very sad one. It's one that kind of like when you are a kid and you finally learn the truth that WWE is fake, Santa Claus isn't real, and the Tooth Fairy was your parents. Kind of the same feeling, I would say. Very similar. And that feeling is the realization that the people that are closest to you are your friends, your family. They're not going to support you. They're not. They won't. They won't like your comments. I mean, they won't like your posts. They won't like your videos. They won't. They won't buy your stuff. They didn't. They don't want to support you. They don't want to give you a leg up or a hand up. And there's a lot of videos out there about this, and it's more of a kind of deal with it. But I'm going to explain to you guys why it happens. No one really explains the whole psychology behind it, right? And the only reason I've worked it out is because I personally have had multiple businesses under my belt. I've had multiple stores in Sydney, which I've sold, and I've moved my life across the world. I have been there, done it, and seen it. And you guys see my content. You see I've traveled the world and doing business across the world. So I know a few things about starting businesses and the support I would get from those around me. And the reason that a lot of people feel this realization too hard is because it's nothing personal. Like, you have to understand, it's not personal, even though it feels ultra personal, because these are the persons that are closest to you, right? It's nothing personal. You have to look at it like this. These people that are close to you have known you your whole life. They've known you when you didn't have a business. Now they know you when you have a business. And I promise you, they're going to want to try and know you when you have a successful business. That's everyone's tune changes real quick when you start making money and you start getting popular and famous, and you're paying for all the dinners. Trust me, you're the number one person. But the journey to that number one person is not supported. It's never supported. And the funny thing is, they'll give you a lot of advice when you already made it. Oh, you should do things like that. You should do things like that. Really? I remember you specifically saying not to do this business idea or this venture, or where was the support then, right? These are the questions you're going to have in your head. These are the kind of questions that you'll be asking yourself, and you're going to feel upset. You're going to feel taken advantage of. You're going to feel that it's it's an insult. But I'm here to tell you don't. I'm here to tell you it's actually very normal. As I was saying, these people have known you your whole life. They've known you start to where you are today. And when you start doing things, it just illustrates that they themselves are not following their dreams. They are not doing what they want to do. Everybody has a dream. Everybody has a dream. Everyone has a business idea. Everyone has some aspiration to do greater or to be greater, right? But very few people execute, because the follow through is really what makes the difference between, let's say, you, the person that's watching this right now, the business owner that's pushing through, and the person that talks about it or thinks about it. They'll have a few beers, they'll be like, yeah, my business idea, blah blah blah. That's where it stays. Whereas with you, you're putting in the hours, you're putting in the time, doing the effort, you're doing the work. That's the difference. And the reason they're not supporting you is because it highlights their inability to do what they want to do, highlights their inability to follow their own dreams, highlights their inability, brave, courageous. And that is the reason, ladies and gentlemen, why they will not support you until you make it. The thing is, when you start making it, generally there are two camps, right? The first camp is going to be the camp that suddenly, for whatever reason, is super invested, and they're like, they're going to start becoming your best friend and blah blah blah, and they're really really on your team, and they're really really, yeah, I know this guy type of thing, but they were not there at the start. The second camp is the camp that similar to the first camp, except they have all the advice on how to how to build a business and grow the business and what you should do and what you shouldn't do and blah blah blah. And guys, and that's kind of the cusp of it all, I should say. There is a lot of people that will play in the middle, right? Like a lot of coaches, like that. That's why you never see coaches help businesses start from zero. They don't know how to do it themselves. So, and it's very easy for someone to fail at it because if they don't know what they're doing, you don't know what you're doing, they're not going to have a successful coaching business. They're not going to have the reoccurring clients, right? And that's the funny thing about this whole business world, right? Victory is reserved for those who dare. And you will dare, you will push, you will have some sleepless nights, many in fact. But at the end of all that, you'll realize that the journey is more important than the destination because you'll realize who around you was solid from day one versus who isn't. Who's a leech, who's a real one, who's an enemy, you could call it, versus a friend. There are so many questions that will be answered for you when you start a business, and we'll see who supports you, see who wants you to win, who wants you to fail. You will see it and you will feel it. Now, my advice to you is, as I have said, do not take it personal. It is their own insecurities manifesting, and it's got nothing to do with your business skill, your business acumen. Do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself. Number one thing I suggest, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Starting a business, best of luck to you. Keep at it. Hard work, but it's worth it. And if you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and see you on the next one.